What is up, y'all? It's your boy Kirk here, aka Vandal, and we're gonna talk about sidechain. Shout out to Mr. Kramark. I'm making a longer video for you about sidechain. Here's the comment. Well, actually, it's on that side. There's the comment. Shout out to you. Thank you for commenting on the video on the short. So here's a longer version, and here's a longer explanation. You saw in the short that I did it a couple of different ways. There's two ways that I did the sidechain here. One was volume automation, and the other one was using a compressor. So I personally like using the compressor more. So if we take a look here in Logic, you can see I've got a duplicate track here. This is the track that we used in that short. So we have volume automation as a way of sidechain here. And you can see it's kind of like a painstaking process of making sure that the curve is right and that you're getting like the sidechain that you want and it's happening on the beat that you want and all that stuff, right? And then you just copy and paste it kind of. So usually I'll work in like an 8-bar pattern for my kicks and stuff so that it's kind of interesting, and you can copy and paste, you can kind of see that it's similar here. So let's take a listen to what this sounds like if we're just doing volume automation. And then I'll show you a version where we did it with the kick drum. So let's take a listen. And that sounds pretty good. And that basically what that does is follow the kick drum. Where is my kick drum? And you can see it's kind of copied over to everything. So here's the kick. Yeah, fire, right? So, I mean, this is pretty self-explanatory if we go back to the audio one. You just kind of draw in your automation and you mess around with the curves and stuff like that. And then you just kind of copy and paste it as you need. But for me, that is kind of a long process. So I like using a compressor because I can just put it on there and I change my kick drum wherever I want and it'll sidechain to the kick. With whatever swing I decide to do. So this is my starting point, the Vandal sidechain start. You could take a look at this and maybe copy those settings if you wanted to. And here's the big thing. There are usually two signals in sidechain, right? When you're doing it with a compressor. There's the trigger signal and then there's the signal that you're sidechaining, right? So what we've got here is we've got the trigger is the kick. So up in the top right here, you can set your sidechain signal, and I usually pick the kick for that. And I usually pick specific kicks for the way that I want to do this. So what you want to do is make sure that you pick like a shorter kick or like a thumpier kick. You don't want to use like a long kick to do the sidechain just because like it'll just muddy everything up. The shorter the signal, the better, because then you can shape it using the attack and release in here. So if we take a look at this and take a listen, you'll hear that it sounds pretty much the same. Let's go ahead and mute this. Okay, so you can hear what that sounds like, right? And then we go and listen to this one. This is the volume automation one that we're hearing. And then we mute that one. And let's go ahead and unsolo that. And here is the sidechain with the compressor. So really, it sounds pretty much the same. It's two ways to get to the same technique. So one of the things that I want to encourage you is, like, you can also use plugins to do this. There's like the Volume Shaper plugin. There's the Nicky Romero plugin. That's a sidechain plugin. There are sidechain plugins for this, and I'm sure there'll be people in the comments talking about, hey, we should be doing whatever. You should use the sidechain plugin, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. You can do whatever you want. This is the way that I like to do it in my workflow. And my whole thing is, what's the quickest way to do this? If I have like a compressor that I just throw on there and sidechain, and then I have a preset that I just have to select to the kick, then I don't have to do all this volume automation stuff. Although this volume automation stuff is good, you get able to get like a very like fine-tuned kind of thing. I don't know if I want to spend that much time doing that. And also to, when you do this, you have to worry about your mix as well, because you're doing this with the volume fader. So you'd have to like put a gain plugin and like mix with gain plugins or something like that. But I hope that helped, Mr. Kramark. I hope that helped. Shout out to you. Let me know if there's anything else that you want me to walk through on this channel. I love music production. I've been producing for over 20 years now, and almost 20 years now actually, and it's been pretty crazy. Hey, also down below, check out the link in the description. I did the music for a whole documentary. Go ahead and grab your tickets now. They're gonna be limited. It's gonna be out October 24th. Go ahead and grab that, and yeah, super stoked. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment below, and yeah, super great, super stoked. Love you guys. Peace.